First of all, if you have not watched Uncut Gems, my advice would be to pause this video, go watch the movie, and come back later because there will be a lot of spoilers. So now we can begin. Yo, what was this movie? Just what happened? This was crazy. When I came across Uncut Gems on Netflix, I saw that Adam Sandler was the protagonist of the movie, thus thinking it would be a funny one. But was I wrong? So wrong. I'll talk about the story so you can understand what happened. The story follows Howard, who runs a jewelry store in New York City. In the intro of the movie, we see that Ethiopian Jewish miners retrieve a rare black opal, the price of which, according to Howard, should be a lot of money. Howard smuggles the opal from Africa, and when it arrives at the jewelry store, Kevin Garnett, Kevin Garnett is actually in the movie, sees the opal and becomes obsessed with it, believing that the gem has magical powers and will bring him good luck. Howard and Garnett exchange the opal and the 2008 NBA championship ring for a day. You would think that the next day they would return the items, but no. Howard pounds the ring and bets all the money on Garnett's game? What? He wins the bet, but unfortunately his loan shark placed a stop on Howard's bet as it was made with the money owed to him. He gets nothing. I guess rest in peace, Howard. Howard gets Garnett's ring back, and when Garnett finally returns the opal, he offers Howard $175,000 for the gem. Could you believe that people would pay that much money for a gem? Howard refuses because the initial estimate he would get from the auction is $1 million. I'm gonna skip the auction part so you have something left to watch in the movie. So everything does not go according to plan. In this movie, nothing goes according to plan though. Howard, after a long anxious stuff happening in the movie, contacts Garnett because he knows that Garnett is still willing to purchase the opal. Garnett buys the opal, but when Howard finally has the money to pay his debts, what does he do? He tells his girlfriend to take the money and bet it on another basketball game. Just wow, Howard, why do you do this? The loan shark and the debt collectors try to stop the girl, but Howard locks them in between the store's security doors. Howard watches the game on television while they remain trapped. Howard wins $1.2 million, and while celebrating, woo, we won, woohoo, let's go! He opens the security door and gets shot in the face and dies. And yeah, that's how the movie ends. Now, why do I like this movie so much? The movie Uncut Gems has the ability to make you feel things you never want to feel again. For example, remember the first bet Howard makes with Kevin Garnett's ring? They make you watch the game with him. You see the ups and downs of the game. You get nervous with Howard. You get happy with him. You are with him there. But the most important thing there is that you know that a basketball match is deciding Howard's fate. Howard already has a lot of debt. He gets attacked by loan collectors. His life is a mess, but he can't help to take risks and gamble with his life. Even though he wins the bet, the Weaver is tired at the end of the scene because while watching the basketball match, you feel so much anxiety it is hard to describe. That is where the movie shines. Even if we are talking about unpleasant feelings, you feel them. You are there with Howard. Our protagonist is not really the best character. He is always gambling with his life. A lot of times he gets in awkward situations where he has to tell people that he will pay his debts later. Maybe call me tomorrow, we shall see, and so on. His family life is not working either. His wife knows that he is cheating and hates him for it. And Howard's children don't really have a good relationship with him. Howard is living an anxious life. He is a gambler. Gambling is defined as the act of risking something of worth in the hopes of getting something of even greater value and reward in return. Just like other addictive behaviors such as drinking alcohol and taking drugs, gambling is an addiction very similar to someone with substance abuse. Just as a person feels the rewarding side effects of euphoria after drinking or taking drugs, a gambler experiences the same feelings after winning a huge game. Reaping the rewards of winning and the feelings a gambler gets when they do so makes them want to keep betting and playing. In other words, the thrill of competition and winning as a gambler is as powerful as getting high for a drug addict and leaves them wanting more. Give me more, I want to do it again. The second time the movie makes us watch another basketball game with Howard, on which depends his life, is even harder to watch. You'll feel more anxious and nervous. I paused the movie several times because I felt bad and anxious. Finally, Howard wins the bet but gets shot in the face. This movie could not have a happy ending. Even if Howard did not die, he would still find a way to take risks and bet that money on something else. This is just how gambling works. Howard is a glass, and no matter how much water you pour, the glass never gets full because it does not have a bottom. A lot of people suffer from gambling problems, and it's not easy for their families either. The movie shows a lot of problems caused by gambling lifestyles. It shows why gambling is bad, why taking so much risks are unnecessary, how unhealthy it is for you. Not every movie can play with your emotions and feelings. When a movie makes you feel things, then it is really a great movie. So yeah, that's why I loved the Uncut Gems. Thanks for watching, and what do you think about the movie? Let us know in the comment sections below. Goodbye.